Because now I've remembered my train of thought.
I don't remember.
Can I speak now?
Yeah, sure.
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Okay.
Teaser's bad. Sorry, go for it.
So
Sorry, I'll try to vocalize myself back. I'm sorry. You can go now.
I saw a demon. Yo, what's up, gamers and gamettes? Today I'm drinking G Fuel today. It's my last little bit of the bottle that I had. Can you believe that?
that's lasted a very long time.
I had that tub for about a year and a half.
Hey guys, even though it was the Halloween episode last,
Yo, don't dox us. Don't dox us.
How many kids have knocked on the door already?
Just one.
Just
So
one.
Thane was leaving to go get Taco Bell. And I hear kids outside my window saying, like, no, don't leave. We need candy. And I hear one of them run up to the door and knock on it. And I'm like, I'm not answering the door. So I just stayed in my room and they just walked away. Because
And I
Thane
told
said,
them no candy.
Did somebody write on the
No.
door?
We just turn off our little light up there. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, my name's Cole. Welcome to the Radkatz podcast. This is episode 167. I'm joined by Skylar and Thane. And today we are got a not Halloween episode for you. We're going to talk about stuff. I don't have any subjects. I really hope you guys have something to bring.
Yeah, well.
Not Halloween though, because we're not filming this on the day of Halloween. Last
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, these
was-
guys hate Halloween anyway, so like.
Speaking of Halloween, what's your guys' scariest dream? I think
legit. Can I tell you a nightmare I had at my parents' place?
What?
I had a dream that for some reason I was going to pick up my little brother from school, and there was like a war zone, like there was terrorists bombing us. So we were like hiding inside the school. They were throwing bombs, and in my dream I kept saying, "I'm gonna die. This is it. Like I need to text my parents or something. I'm gonna die. I blew up, and then I woke up from my
You didn't
dream.
get the winner chicken dinner?
I did not get the freaking winner.
It's kind of like that dream we had where it's like an action movie and like we're on a boat and a bunch of kids and terrorists hijack the boat.
You remember me telling you about
Yeah.
that? Yeah, that was intense. I wrote that down.
Except the dream they had the kids were getting shot.
I'd have to go look at all the details. That was like probably 2 years ago.
Made it 2 minutes in and Thane said that. I wonder if this episode's going to be demonetized.
Hey, it's a dream.
It's a dream.
YouTube,
It was a
it's
dream.
YouTube dream.
It's a dream.
My scary dreams are always just hyper realistic, and it's like normal everyday life, and then something bad happens, like somebody dies or something like that. I don't really get like in situations where it's gonna be scary. If it's a situation where it seems like it'd be scary, it's because I'm the bad A and I'm like kicking people down and taking names, like Die Hard or something.
You're Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I'm Bruce Wayne.
Batman?
Batman?
Bruce Willis is the bald guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm being stupid.
Oh, okay. You convinced me.
I'm doing good at it, aren't I?
Speaking of Bruce Willis, did you know that I guess I'll get to my dream, but did you know that Bruce Willis is retired because he's just been doing like direct to DVD films, but also apparently like something went wrong with his brain, like his brain kind of degraded, or like he's like has like old man brain now and he just can't function anymore, so he's retired. It's like, that's sad.
It is sad.
And then you see his filmography, all the films he's got coming out, he probably filmed in like a week and they're all coming direct to DVD. It's like, damn, that's his legacy. Wow.
Yikes.
Remember back then he used to do a lot of dramas, but then as he got older, he just action film after action.
What is he in his 60s though?
Yeah, he's in his 60s now.
Well, I remember the last movie I saw him in. I don't know if this is the last one, but it seems like the last one was that R-E-D one, where he's like an assassin or something like that, and they're like all retired assassins or something.
There was a sequel to that, and he was
he in the sequel too?
Yeah.
I never saw the sequel. I just saw the first one.
I think Looper was later than that.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
thought Red was
I looked
after
it up.
Looper,
I'd have
but
to
probably,
see.
now that you say that.
I'd have to see like the last major theatrical movie he was in, but you see his filmography and it's just sad. There's just a bunch of movies that you've never heard of, and you look them up, they're all direct to DVD.
Looper's real good.
Yeah, Looper's
If y'all want to watch some good Bruce Willis, watch Looper.
Yeah.
It's got Bruce Willis and the kid.
Is it Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah,
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt. Thank you.
They
I
put
was- I
makeup
couldn't
on
remember
him
his
to make
name.
him look like younger Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I think they both of those actors did a good job in that film. I think I liked it.
Yeah.
What was your scary dream thing?
I think it's the one where I was just sleeping.
You saw
was-
a demon?
Yeah. It's like the lighting, and I see it, and it looks like a demon. I go, ah, ah, ah.
It was
and I just,
like-
fall back
It
asleep.
reminded me of like a sleep paralysis because
Yeah.
you weren't moving. You were just sitting there kind of freaking out.
Yeah, it's like a sleep paralysis.
I tried waking him up and he starts freaking out. I didn't know what was happening and I didn't know what to do. I felt bad and scared, I guess, too. Oh, there's a trick-or-treater.
Don't
You can tell it's a
don't
trick-or-treater
answer.
because they're spamming the doorbell.
don't answer.
That's
it.
how you
Don't
know.
Go, don't answer it.
Did
Don't
you,
answer the
did
door.
we turn off the light in the kitchen? We should have turned the light off in the kitchen.
Yeah, I probably should have. Just wait. They'll
Sorry,
go away.
kids. We don't have candy.
They'll go away.
It's you're just crawling upstairs so they can't see us through the window. Man, we're kind of bad people. But I was having this conversation with my boss today. I guess I do got topics for the podcast. Look at me go. So my whole thought process, and this is 100% just to justify me being a bad person. My whole thought process when it comes to Halloween is I'm not going to supply candy unless I got kids that can go out and collect some candy of their own. That way I'm adding to the pool. That way it's not just my kids go around and get some free candy and I don't give candy out for the community, you know? If I'm going to be giving out candy, it's because I'm getting something in return is what I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
like handing out candy, but like I just get home from work late and I'm going to be honest, I think this is the first Halloween I've been here since I've lived here.
Really?
Yeah, usually the Halloween serendipitously falls on a weekend, so I'm home.
Oh. Well, this is like my third or fourth in a
Yeah.
row of being here.
To quote Michael Jordan, "F them kids."
Close quote. Close
Close
quote.
quote.
Michael,
yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mr. Mike. Mr.
Mr.
Jordan.
Jordan. Did he? He didn't actually say that, did he?
No, it's a meme.
Why is that a meme? Where'd that come from?
I don't know. It's just like
Poor
take a
Mike.
nice guy like Michael Jordan and you put a absurd quote he'd never say.
Like Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Like,
Oftentimes when I see sex game ads,
yeah,
yeah.
So that's just bad game design. I love that one. That's funny. He got them too. That is bad game design. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Like they play better. Okay, I'm out.
I saw on
topics.
Snapchat-
I'm sorry.
Sky sent the thing where it's like weird games he was recommended.
I know,
And then
and
I tried to
I ripped off of that.
That was the
I
first porn game I've ever been recommended.
Did you
on
click
Steam.
it?
I tried
No,
to
you
I
should've
tried to
clicked
get I tried
No, 'cause then it
to
ruins my Steam even
That
more.
doesn't
Yeah.
how that's not how that works with Steam.
No, it
Steam goes off
doesn't.
of things you buy or put in your wish list.
Oh.
yeah. If you
It's not
if you
Google.
browse
Okay.
if you just
I
browse
was
it will-
unaware.
You should have
um,
looked.
No,
Should have saw what I had to offer.
Here's the thing, no, like
I would have.
here's the thing, no, if you
Definitely
like
would have.
I'm not.
say you buy a JRPG like Persona 5.
You buy an anime game, you will
buy
see
an
that
anime
stuff.
game, yeah. You just buy any
100%.
anime game because it probably has the fan service tag and
Yep.
boom, you get hentai games.
Boom.
I think the only anime game I have on my Steam, and it's not even, it's, well, I guess I have two. I have the Doki Doki, but then I also have one called Soundfall, but I don't even know if that's really anime.
I wouldn't call that one, but I call Doki Doki. That's enough. You
Yeah,
got it.
Doki Doki's
Steam
enough. It
got
says
me.
visual novel on there.
Yeah,
Boom,
visual
you
novel
got-
opens up the whole
the gateway,
Yeah.
the gateway,
The
the
gateway
avenue.
drug to porn games. The
Try
Try Not to Fap 3 or whatever it was.
Try not to fap in 3 seconds or something.
I think it was the third iteration of
yeah.
night fapping, or I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
What a dumb name.
It was Fap and then 3.
Definitely would have clicked on it myself though. Just to investigate, you know. I'd have to do some observations and do some.
Oh, it's just
learning.
for research purposes.
research purposes. You know, I can relate to everyone else that is interested in said game. I can tell them about it because I would know about it.
So you're just doing research to be a good friend.
And if
Yeah.
I'm being honest, I should just buy it to make sure. You know, you can't get a good enough experience just by looking at the page. You got to buy it to try
I
it
mean,
out.
we are game reviewers on YouTube.
And you can't just buy it and play it. You gotta like play it. You know.
And also, the best thing about Steam is that if you see any of those games because you bought a Naruto game because you like Naruto,
Yeah, you buy one Naruto game, you get like
Yeah.
17 hentai games popping up on.
you
Steam.
can just hit ignore and theyll never recommend it to you. I think also maybe you can.
But why
also
would I hit
block-
ignore if I can click it and look at what's going on inside?
That's true, I guess.
You got to satisfy your
You gotta
curiosity.
satisfy the curiosity. Thank you, Skylar.
yeah.
You know what kills the cat thing? Not looking at hentai games. That's what killed the cat.
My
Yeah.
freaking laundry.
Just sitting in the dryer.
I'm
It's
just
not
saying
sitting
for
in the
people who
washer.
don't
I
want
guarantee you it's not all the way dry. I dried it twice
How come?
because I had a lot of clothes that I shoved in
Second question: when you guys do your laundry, we're all over today. By the way, this is just
Yeah.
my brain's just going boom 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 boom. When you guys are doing your laundry, what do you set it to? Like the washing machine? Do you set it to like normal, heavy load, super heavy duty? Like I got crap tons of clothes in here, so you gotta really smash them up, kind of stuff. Or what do you guys do?
I usually set it to the 50 or 55 minute setting. So I think it's like bulk and then heavy or something, or normal and then bulk. I just do those two.
I always do straight up normal one, like the one that's like, the one in the middle. That's what I do. I think Thane, you always go one to the right.
to the left.
No, that's delicates. You go to the right. You twist it like this.
No, I twist it this way.
You do
This.
Why do you do delicates?
Yeah, you're twisting it the same way I'm saying. That's to the right. It's clockwise.
What?
You twist the knob clockwise.
He twisted it to the left.
Oh,
From your
sorry. You talking about the washer. I thought you talking about the dryer.
Oh, no, yeah, just the washer.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think you go one tick to the right,
Yeah.
clockwise.
Yeah.
What makes you guys pick these settings? I'm just curious.
It says bulk, so if I have a lot of clothes in there, I'm like, okay.
Because one time I was curious myself, and I decided to go tick one over to see what Thane was doing, to see if I was missing out on something. And all it did was make more water in my clothes and didn't dry them, or didn't, like, rinse them that much.
It
It took 3 times to dry it because I did that.
for me it works. It sometimes they're pretty
Soggy?
not soggy, like they're moist. They're just moist.
I usually can dry mine in one go.
me too.
I had way too much clothes in there.
I see. That's interesting, because I've been curious, but, like, I think I've done it 2 or 3 times where I've done the little one tick over, where Thane does it, the bulk items, I think it's what it's called.
Yeah.
Just to try it out. And like every single time without fail, like when I'm moving my clothes to the dryer, they're just soggy. Like they're almost dripping. They're wet. is
Our
what I'm trying to
washing
say.
machine saga has been quite the story from its conception till now.
It seems like it's good now though.
Oh yeah, it's always been good. It's just when we got it, the button fell off, so then we had to poke it, and then Thane busted the button somehow. So then
I pushed too hard.
the thing was pushing too hard, and
He's a hard pusher, guys. Look out.
then I had to solder
Single.
it back on, and then somebody else broke it again. I had to solder it back on, and then it broke a third time, and then Cole did.
I soldered a button to it.
Yeah, we harvested a button.
I harvested a button
It
from
was
the
like
same
the lock
control
button
panel.
because we don't have any kids around.
Yeah, I took it off of one of the controls, and I soldered it to that one. I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah, but it's
Do
been
we-
working good ever since.
Then we put a little soft pad on one of the Allen wrenches with bleep.
That way you can shove it in
Yeah.
there nice and essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially, you put a condom on the Allen wrench to make
Yeah.
sure that it's protected
And
when
soft.
when it's turning it on.
Yeah.
Sex.
Everyone, like, people I knew, whenever the Wee jacket, I call it the Wee condoms. Like, ew, don't call it that. It's like, what? That's what it is. That's what it is.
Is it for protecting the Wii remote? If it was
Yeah.
a condom, there wouldn't be holes though. Unless.
True.
It's interesting that just in society, that's how we describe things as like the male and female ends of things. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's just normal to see like an outlet, and you're like, well, that's the female.
Well, it just makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
It's
sense.
just like. It's like, so the way I've described it in the past is like our dumb human brains, we make things based off other things we already know, which is why we have male and female sockets, because we know that you put something into something else, it'll stay typically, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's why everything is that way essentially.
Like a wolf penis.
Yeah. Our dumb caveman brains, they know about sex, and that's why it works. Or that's why everything else plugs into things.
So I gotta tell you guys a
And then
story.
someone on Twitter will get offended about that and be like, boo-hoo.
This isn't about sex. This is about my day today.
Your day?
Yeah. So I woke up this morning at about 7,
I woke up this morning about 7,
and I got out of my bed.
and I got out of my bed. Sorry, my name is Bon Jovi. Or Ed Sheeran. That's better. I like that.
And then I built a Lego house.
I pick up the pieces. And it's not gonna cold December. And I bet you're gonna give me more. Okay, I'm done.
So
Sorry, I'm on one right now.
I got up and I went outside. I started my car and I felt fine. Like I came back in. I sat by the heater, warmed up, read a little bit of like Reddit, read some manga. I was like, dope. I'm gonna go to the gym. So I get to the gym and I start working out. And literally 5 minutes into my workout, my left eyeball and just like the back of my head on the left side was just killing me.
That's a migraine.
It felt like somebody just like roundhouse kicked me to the face. And it hurt so bad. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I was getting dizzy.
That's a migraine.
And so I was like, I should probably not work out because I was also getting nauseous. And then I had the audacity to drive home because I'm a psychopath. And I got home, and as soon as I got into the house, Cole got out of the shower, and I said, hi. And then I just laid in my bed, and I, like, covered up my eyes. I was in so much pain. I didn't even know what to freaking do.
You still responded to me when I said bye.
Yeah. But it was definitely like one of those, oh my God, bye, Cole, my head hurts.
I didn't even know you were hurting.
Yeah, I tried to hide it because I always give you crap when you have a headache. I have sympathy now.
I had a headache today.
I'm sorry.
So my that's why I realized why I'm wide right now is because my head doesn't hurt that much anymore. And so it's like all of this pent up energy has just been bursting out the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And so that's where I am.
So my head was in pain, and I couldn't figure out what it was because I hadn't eaten anything at all this morning. Like, I didn't even eat breakfast. Like, after I got back from the gym, I laid down for, like...
Did you have dinner last night?
Like 5. I wonder if I got food poisoning at a party I was at last night.
It could have just been you haven't ate, like, much since 5.
No.
Think about, like, your normal daily schedule. You typically eat breakfast at the same time every day, and you typically have something around, like, what, 7 o'clock for dinner?
I don't
just
think
been a
it's
long
that
time.
because I can go days without food, and it doesn't even faze me.
Okay, you're a freak.
You guys already
Got
know
it.
that.
That's
but
right. You're a weirdo.
I think it was something I ate yesterday at a party I was at.
A creep.
I don't know what it was. Anyway, I was like, dang, I'm in pain. So I went and took a hot bath. And my goodness, that felt so
How
good.
hot you make it? Like,
I made it hot.
isn't it great?
Well, it was like to the point to where I couldn't tolerate it in the beginning. But then my body
Yeah.
just got used to the
Yeah.
pain. But when I dunked my head under the water and just kept my mouth and nose out
Yep.
so I could breathe, dude, it felt so good. It was just like very therapeutic on my head. And I could like breathe again. I was like, oh, okay, this feels fine. I feel good. Then I got out. I took some ibuprofen and then I was fine.
Isn't it great?
Headaches suck, but the bath was good.
Well, yeah, the bath. That's what I was meaning. The baths are awesome. It's always really exciting. Did you like? I'm curious, just because I want to know, because based on what I did you like wash it a little bit before you got in, or you just turn it on and go for it?
The bath?
Yeah.
Oh, I just went for it. I didn't give one F.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm going for it.
Sometimes I'll wipe down the hairs and stuff because I don't want to touch your guys' hairs while I'm relaxing. But I don't often go in there just because I got a headache. I go in there because I want to like chill. Also, other side note, this is kind of tangent central over here. This is about the bath though. So I do know why. I typed in our address every single time anyone ever asks me for our address. I always type it into Google just to double check. Ever since that stupid incident with me and Amazon and miss putting in our address. Anyway, so I click it and I enter and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the right one. And then I get done telling the person of our address, and then the website or the Google page is still up. And I was like, oh look, that's the listing for our house. So I click it just for funsies, and I start like scrolling through the pictures, and I'm just like, I get to the bathroom and I see the bathroom inside the tub. It's still yellow there, and I'm just like, well, at least it wasn't us.
Yeah, no, it wasn't us. It was disgusting.
When we first came here, it was like just. It's like, did they dissolve a body in here? I want a way to go through. I've seen Breaking Bad goes down to the basement.
It goes through it, yeah.
Yeah, our bath's disgusting. Like even I remember when I was showing my dad our shower a couple months ago before they fixed it, and he was like, "You guys' bath is gross." I'm like, "Dude, we bleach it. We've put Comet on there. We've scrubbed it with."
Well, here's the question:
is
it actually gross or is it just stained? Because like I'm just assuming it's just stained at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
it's
stained.
As much as I've
stained,
scrubbed
too.
that yellow section, like it doesn't come off. I think it's got to be clean.
Yeah.
It's probably just stained. Yeah.
Okay, while we're on the topic of our bathtub, let's do some little discussion about it. You know the spot where we put all our stuff?
Yeah.
First note, Thane, do you ever use the scrubber on that thing? Ever in the past 6 months?
I probably haven't.
Throw it away,
Okay.
please. It just takes up space.
Can I make another request too?
Yeah.
Can I move my soap and stuff to the far end because it gets freaking squirted on with water? That's why I bought that plastic thing.
So you and Thane want to swap places with Thane?
It would just be.
'Cause I'm in
convenient.
the middle. It won't really help.
It would
that
be
much.
It would be convenient for me because less water would splop on the soap.
Okay, Thane, do you accept this move offer for Skylar?
Sure, if you're just in it next, just move it and then just tell me and I'll.
Okay.
Also, you could throw away, or I guess I could just throw it away.
So we have our conclusion. Skylar will move his stuff over to the other side.
Actually, you know what? Since I haven't showered yet, I'll move it.
Thane will throw away his scrubber. And then our final thing that I want to bring up is you behind your guys' soaps and stuff is always moldy.
I've washed it occasionally.
I hate it. I hate it. I used to scrub your guys' stuff because I was tired of it. But in the past, 6 months, I said, F these guys. I'm just going to scrub my area. They can all go to hell. And so I
don't think mine's bad right now.
Oh, it's bad.
Is it?
It's bad.
I need to go
Yours
look.
is actually worse than Thane's right now, I think.
Yeah, mine.
Every once in a while, I'll
check
spray
mine.
with bleach.
It's probably just because that's where the water squirts is on my area.
Sure. But, we still need to clean it up so it doesn't get moldy. That's gross.
Then I guess it can't be designated just my area then if that's where all the water goes.
It goes with the whole thing because Thane's is still gross. I'm not saying Thane's is perfect by any means. This has still got some of that there too. But yours was so bad to the point where I started spraying it with bleach because I was like, well, F this guy. If he's not going to do anything, I guess I finally will. So I sprayed it with bleach to try to kill it and keep it down a little bit. I went around your freaking soap too. I'm like, I can't spray his soap. He's going to bleach in his bum or something. He'll freak out about it.
Yeah, I'll clean it tomorrow.
Be cool. All right, nice discussion. Thank you guys for talking with me about this.
Because what's interesting, you've brought it up before, and when you first brought it up, I was like, okay, I'll make a conscious effort to clean it. But I guess I just never look behind my soap. I
always do. I don't know why.
I never pick up my stuff and move it.
When I'm just sitting there in the shower, because I just like the freaking water, the hot water just freaking roasting me, I'll just look over to the side, and I'll just see a little bit of that blackish, bluish, and I'm just like... And then I pick up mine to check underneath it. I'm like, no, I'm clean. These guys are the freaks. I've been using that word a lot. Sorry if it's offensive to anybody. Sorry.
I bet when I move...
freak.
I bet when I move my stuff over, my side won't be that dirty.
That's true. I'm only seeing the part that's not that I can see,
No, I mean, when I switch, mine's probably disgusting, but I'm saying when I switch Thane, I bet when I switch to Thane's spot, it's not going to be that dirty. And
I see.
The only reason I want to move my soap over there is...
You don't want your soap to get
Well, it just
gross.
gets soggy. Yeah, it would get soggy. That's why I bought that plastic thing, so that all the water will drain off of it. Because I used to stick it down in the actual soap holder.
That gets kind of gross there.
It's just full of water, so it would just, it would get my soap
because there's no hole there. It doesn't drain there either.
Well, there is, but it's just badly made.
There's a hole there?
There is a little tiny one, but it's garbage.
Oh.
It's just a piece of crap.
I didn't even know there's a hole there.
It's not a good enough hole, that's for sure.
Man, I wish we had a nice shower. It's one of my favorite parts of the day is taking a nice shower, and our shower just blows.
Yeah,
the
nice
shower head we got. The other one it had a nice hard stream.
Oh yeah.
On it. Then this one is just kind of just a trickle.
See, it's funny because you
dick.
always tick it over to the one to get the more pressure.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's worth the more. I don't know if the more pressure is worth the spread. I always tick it back over to get the spread.
It's yeah.
Both of them suck. It's not a lot of pressure, and the spread is also bad.
I like it better because it's just a bit more, and I'm like I could feel the difference. I'd rather have this tiny.
Yeah, that's fair. My thing is my arms get cold if I have just the smaller stream.
Yeah.
And so I got to kind of do that a little bit, and that's why I have the more spread. It doesn't really get as cold. But that's just me.
Yeah, we have a dumpster shower head.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess spoiler alert, it sounds like our time here is dwindling down. I don't know if we'll be here for that much longer, which is also thinking about it, I'm like, dang, there's so many more things I'm looking forward to, and a nice shower is going to be one of them. Or even just a different shower. I mean, fingers crossed wherever we live has a nicer shower than this one, but...
Yeah.
I feel like most places will have a nicer shower than this one just in general.
I know, we're using freaking, what do we even call them? Sticky clamp things. That's what we're using to keep our shower head up.
Command strips.
Yeah.
The original, they just had the goo, this goo stuff, hold it on there, and it just completely peeled
the goo
off.
stuff fell. It broke. It failed.
Yeah, and so they had the genius idea, just put.
That was
Skylar's idea.
That was not them.
Skylar
No,
did that.
yeah, I'm talking. These guys
Oh.
had
Oh, I'm like, yeah, that's not. They didn't come up with that good idea. They're not smart as Skylar.
Ha.
and stuck
Suck
up on there ever
Take
since.
that, Cole.
If that's who was it, fixed it.
I have no idea. That might have been. I don't know.
I was here. I thought it was an old dude.
Oh yeah, if you were here, you should know.
I don't remember now.
Remember one plumber said, "Hey, can you take a look at our stuff?" And he did. It's like this setup is old.
Yeah, there was the one old guy.
Yeah.
I've talked to him a couple times, and I was like, "Hey, can you like look at our shower head and maybe like get us a new one or whatever?" He's like, "Well, I just gave him a big old freaking bill because our water heater was also leaking at the time." And he's like, "Yeah, this sucks." He told me what he would do. He's like, "Yeah, we would like the best thing to do to get a nice shower head is to move this, drill a new hole up there, like run new piping to have one of the showers come out of the wall." And he's like, "But that's really expensive, and I doubt they're gonna pay for it. So sorry, guys." I'm like, "Yeah, that
I
blows."
like how he said sorry. That was cool. Good on him. Good on him.
Yeah. So guys, how was your Halloween? Did you do anything fun? Do anything?
Were you safe?
Yeah. Were you safe? Did you die?
Here's a question for you, Thane. Did you get invited to any like coworker Halloween parties or anything?
No.
Did you?
I
got invited to one. I got invited to 2 Halloween parties, but I said no to both of them. Because I don't want to go.
Most of the people I work with are all losers, just like me.
All the people that I work with are married, and it was like a couple.
Pretty much all
gathering.
the people I have their own like family parties, closer friends. Some of them do hang out with other people outside of work, but I don't hang out with any of them. So if I did, then I probably say, "Hey, you want to come to a party?" It's like, sure, I guess.
See, and I already decided that Cole and I already went to a Halloween party, so that was good enough for me.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
I don't need a Halloween anymore.
Yeah, that wasn't. I mean,
Halloween's fun and all, but I just don't really care for parties. I'll just watch some kind of special live stream people do on the Halloween or a scary movie or something.
I never really got into the Halloween spirit personally. I won't deny. Like, I've always thought scary movies were a waste of time, just in general. I think haunted mansions are kind of just okay. The only thing that gets me on haunted mansions is jump scares. And not to the point where it's like an obvious you're going to get a jump scare, but like, I might have told the story on the podcast, but I'll explain it. Huh?
Oh, nothing. I have a story too.
I'll just tell it again really quick. So I was at a haunted mansion once, and we were walking, and I turned around behind me because I was like looking for whoever I was with or whatever. And I looked back. There's nobody there, 0 people. And I looked forward, and then I looked back again, and then one of the workers, not even dressed up as a scary person, was behind me. That scared me more out of anything that entire night. And it was a worker that wasn't even dressed up to be like a skeleton or anything. It was just a normal Joe Schmo kind of making sure everything's okay. And that scared me. And like, that's just what gets me, is that kind of like just all of a sudden, boom, it's there, hit me.
Some places will have they'll have like, this place is haunted, and they'll set up a little spook alley or something. And then there'd be the actual haunted location that like has actual ghosts. Like,
see, that never gets me.
Yeah.
I just don't care about it, I guess.
I'm more interested in that, just to see like the atmosphere, because no one's messed with it, no one's tampered with it, and you just kind of walk through, and it's pretty creepy at night. I mean, anything's creepy at night, but with old and decrepit, you're like, this is kind of scary.
I really like seeing like.
Then you hear they'll have stories sometimes. Like the workers, like, yeah, I remember one time I was like, oh, I thought our audio thing froze for a second. Anyways, it's like, yeah, one time I was working and I thought my coworker was over there, and I called out to him, but then someone walked away, and my coworker was back there. So it's like, oh, that's pretty creepy if you work there. I mean, it might also be like that more interests me, like things that aren't decorated to try to scare you.
Personally, I think it's all placebo effects.
Yeah.
I think it's people say that this is supposed to be haunted or creepy, so they're more susceptible to seeing things and basically making things up with their own eyes.
Yeah,
that's
be
just
true.
me, though.
That could be true. Like, if the atmosphere is right and they say it's haunted. Then
I'm
you
pretty
could-
hardcore with denying all
Yeah.
that crap, and that's probably why I don't really care for Halloween as a holiday in general.
If you're a hardcore atheist, ghosts don't exist.
I think I lean
that,
I
Lukey.
lean more towards Cole's view on it. I think your mind can create some wacky, spooky
Yeah.
things, and
Like
especially
demons
if
when
you're
you wake up.
especially if you're prepped on it all. If you're prepped, like Cole was saying, they'll tell like a spooky story or something.
need
They
to put some
set the
lotion on your
tone
hand.
and the
I know.
atmosphere. I think you can create your own freaking
Yeah.
in your brain. But like, I did a whole bunch of research on this kind of crap when I was doing the fear videos, talking like figuring
Oh
out
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
made people scared. And it was like, just real quick before we wrap up for
You're
the break, is like in a monster movie, when you are revealed what the monster looks like, it's not scary anymore, because what you envisioned of the monster in your head was way worse than what it
So
actually
like
was.
Signs,
Yeah.
for example, the movie Signs with the alien.
Yeah, the
And
alien
like
kind of
over
looks.
time, you see like it's like its foot for once, and then like
yeah,
you see like its hand or something,
yeah.
and then at the
Yeah.
very
You
end
see the really
movie, and you're
creepy
like, oh.
footage. Yeah, you see the really creepy footage with them walking by. It's like, oh, that's chilling, and then
Chilling.
that's chilling.
Yeah. But if you think about it, though, like, let's say you go into a dark... You could take 5 people and you put them in a dark room and you start playing creepy noises. All 5 of those people have different fears. Some people are afraid of clowns. Some people are afraid of spiders. Some
Yeah.
people are just afraid of the
Just
dark in
Just
general.
realize
So
that alien Signs kind of looks like that movie Delgo. If you ever know that movie, it's
I've never seen that one.
it's an awful movie, but he looks like, you look up the comparison, it's like, oh my god.
yeah. So
Maybe not exactly as I'm seeing it, but I was remember it's like he kind of looked like that crappy Delgo movie. Yeah, and like the alien just looks goofy when he's getting dissolved by water, which, if you think about it, the air has moisture in it, so when it starts slowly killing him like a cancer or something,
You'd think
I don't know.
the whole movie Signs is just bad.
Yeah, it's
It starts out like really interesting, but then it just really goes downhill quick.
I need to go back and rewatch it. I haven't seen it since I was younger, but yeah, I'm with Cole though. I don't know if
Yeah.
that stuff
Also-
necessarily exists. I think I used to be in the camp of like, yeah, ghosts exist because I've seen some weird stuff, but like, it could just be my imagination.
Also, before we go on break, to bury M. Night Shyamalan's name even deeper, Unbreakable was boring, and Sixth Sense makes no sense the second time around.
M. Night Shyamalan, do better with your movies and quit ruining franchises. And now we're going to take a quick jump over to the rest of the show.
Should we jump?
Ready?
already?
3, 2, 1. Ha! He just puts his hand up.
Superman.
All right, we're gonna do the ads
And
now.
speaking of blowing, would you
Would you like to blow your time on watching our YouTube videos?
we have YouTube. What, is this the Patreon one or the YouTube one?
Whatever one you want to go for.
I was going to do Patreon, but you made it sound like YouTube.
Yeah, I'm in Patreon.
Okay, Patreon, everybody. Blow some time and blow some money for us so that you can support us. I keep looking at I do the stupid thing where I look at anyway, yeah, we got a Patreon where you guys can support us. You can look at our look at our I was gonna say junk, but you can't look at our junk. We don't have that there. Maybe in the future if things willing.
I'm never showing my penis
He's not
online.
willing. So anyway, we got a nice Patreon where you can support us. You can get access to some behind the scenes of our videos, as well as if you for the $1 tier you can get that kind of stuff, and for the $5 tier you can get an extra episode of the podcast per month, which we are completely live and uncensored. I don't know if I should say live. It just sounded
It's
really
not-
cool to say
yeah,
there.
it's
I'm sorry guys, it's not
definitely
actually live. It's just
It's not live.
it was
It's
really
raw.
fitting.
Raw.
That's so much better. Raw and uncensored. And speaking of raw and uncensored, things junk, which is what I mean with his God of War video. He'll have lots of junk shown in the God of War video.
Just boobs.
Just boobs. I'm
No,
sorry,
no
not junk.
penis.
Dang it, I was really trying to take the segue into there, but like this segue into there. You guys can't see what I was doing because there's no camera once again. I was miming the sex stuff. Anyway, thank you guys for loving us, and we love you guys back. And check out our Patreon if you really love us, because then we'll really love you.
Do you like anime?
No.
I know you like anime. Don't freaking lie. You're that one
Hey,
kid. You're that one kid that goes to school and like
it's not me.
you
Don't
have
do
two
it.
groups of friends.
Stop
you have one group where they're like, yeah, we talk
Quit
about
outing me.
sports and girls.
He's gonna
And
out
then
me.
there's that one nerd kid in that one class that has
No.
glasses and he
It
draws
wasn't history
hentai.
class.
You talk
It
to
wasn't
him.
history
You
class.
talk to him all the
It
time
wasn't
about
history,
anime.
Mr. Mills, it
He
wasn't.
recommended your favorite anime of all
Wait,
time.
wait. No, he didn't. He didn't recommend Steins Gate.
The other one.
He recommended Angel Beats.
Yeah, Angel
That's
Beats.
not my favorite of all time.
It's a good one.
It's really freaking good, guys. We do like anime here,
Yeah.
okay? I was lying. I was just trying to keep it under wraps so that no one could make fun of me. But you know what? Nowadays, it's not even make fun of
Anime is
worthy.
mainstream
It's
now.
basically mainstream. And so we created a podcast for it called Life is Daijo Boo. And if you're listening to this, you must like podcasts, so you can go check out our anime podcast if you like anime as well. Where we do like an anime book club like thing where every other week we watch an entire series, or at least 12 to 20-ish episodes of it, and talk about it once we're done.
We're also currently doing a Chainsaw Man thing where every single Chainsaw Man episode that comes out, we talk about it. And it's
That's
been
right.
really fun. And those are actually our most viewed videos.
What do you think about that, Thane?
It's the bee's titties.
People like Denji. And
Yeah.
we like anime. And so
we
do you.
like boobs.
Especially
I
like
mean,
Denji when
anime.
he's chained,
It's
when
the
he's a
same
dog.
thing. I keep trying to say
wolf.
it's not, but it is. We
It
already
is.
know. I
We
can't
already
defend
know.
it anymore.
Hey guys, you know what's fun? YouTube. You want another YouTube channel to watch? Well, I got the one for you. It's called I was gonna say one guy, but I don't remember. Shoot, sorry. It's Radkatz.
What's so fun about YouTube? Get it? I was like Jerry
Yeah,
Seinfeld.
Jerry
He
Seinfeld.
called me Colby
Boom,
Seinfeld.
boom, boom, boom,
Ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 boom.
Anyways, these ads are getting stupider and stupider as we go along. YouTube,
Which is sad because we're paying
Yeah.
these actors more and more money.
yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube
Yeah.
is YouTube is a site which
Videos.
you watch Radkatz videos.
Radkatz.
And guess what? We're
Thing did it. Thing, you finally did it. You released your big old, your magnum opus.
it's an hour long, although most of the content is within the first 40 minutes. Sorry for the spoiler, but anyway.
Wait, what's at the end?
No.
Go
Just-
watch it. You'll have to go watch it.
You have to watch and find out.
Jeez, dude. I can normally watch all of our videos like the day they come out,
Yeah.
but like yours is gonna be one of those ones I kind of like go back to over time. I
Watch it
imagine.
Oh, yeah.
phases.
To be fair though, I have not watched Skylar's Resident Evil 1 yet, and I feel kind of bad about not watching that one yet.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm tapping him on the knee right now for all you sexual listeners.
But anyways, you can watch an hour of
it wasn't his
goodness.
knee, if you know what I mean.
Watch an hour of content for God of War, and coming soon, the other two God of War games.
Poggers.
Yeah.
Is that cool? Still cool to say
Yeah.
Poggers?
And also, Cole's got some more Pokemon, and Sky's got more Resident Evil.
It's like
Or-
it's like we all have a type.
Yeah.
Like I do Pokemon, and literally that's it. And then Thane does
A random video.
random video.
Games you guys specifically are not interested in.
And Sky does
Whatever the freak I want.
whatever the freak he wants.
Pretty much most games I've done videos on, you guys have like said, "Oh, I've never seen that game," and you probably won't ever play it. But
Well,
it's
that's not
like,
true. I thought about
yeah.
playing Zone of the Enders forever ago. I remember
Oh.
seeing it, like the HD
Well, there's
Master
one
360. Yeah, what other videos have you made?
Uh,
Whoa, what a crazy jump. We talked about so many things. All you people that just hit the skip button.
They just
Sucks
saw
to
us
be
jump.
you.
They saw us jump real fast.
Oh yeah, guys, I heard news. Henry Cavill will not be.
Yeah, I was gonna
Geralt.
bring that up too. That's really
Okay,
sad.
okay. I'm going to try to figure out who this person is. Just do not I have no idea who this is. Do not say the name of whatever this person is in or anything.
He
Just
already
do
did, but you didn't hear it, I guess.
just do context clues. I'm going to try to figure out what it is. Henry Cavill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, keep going.
He's buff.
he's very buff.
Okay, keep talking about
He's-
it without
he's-
saying the name of it.
He's
Okay, go.
also a big nerd, so he does nerdy stuff, and he's usually a fan.
Yeah, he's
usually,
very big into like
yeah,
Warhammer.
But like, what is he
Warhammer.
like? He's not doing something.
Wait, is it Warhammer or Warframe? What's the tabletop game?
Warhammer.
Warhammer. Okay.
Yeah.
Warframe's like an RPG.
He also made a video where he built his own PC.
He's been in many different roles.
Yeah, he's
played roles from superheroes to anti-superheroes.
Anti-heroes.
And just the anti-hero.
Yeah.
He gets Dad of the Year award.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any kids.
Oh, God of War?
No.
Oh.
It's a big RPG series. It's
Witcher.
Yeah.
Was I get it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
He's not going to be Geralt anymore.
He's always the guy like, do you like this? He's like, no. This one's clearly
Guess
better.
who's going to change? Guess
his-
who's going to replace him? Yeah. Okay. Well, who else? Who's going to be your understudy?
Chizuru?
She's built for it.
Because she's my understudy.
Oh,
Get it? Get
my.
it? Give me some. Give me some.
She's my queen.
High five.
Oh, no, high five.
High five.
She's my queen.
High five.
I don't watch
It's a
the
battle.
show.
Let's go.
I don't watch the show.
Take that. Your queen is bad. Did you read today's chapter?
Not yet.
It sucked.
Thanks for the spoiler. But I expected nothing less.
We'll save the Rent-A-Girlfriend Sucks discussion for our anime podcast.
Yeah, if you want to hear more about that, look for it later.
Anyways,
yeah. Guess who's gonna be replacing him?
He's
another
the brother
buff-
to the guy with the giant hammer.
Another buff
Thor.
guy. Thor's brother.
It's not Thor. It's the guy who plays his brother. The guy who's
Liam Neeson.
Close.
Is it Liam Hemsworth? Is that
Yeah.
his name?
Yeah.
I just assumed.
It's like I see the name and I'm like, what? I mean, he could probably pull it off, but
I mean, I'll watch it just to see like how
you could have
got.
got Matt Bomber. Matt Bomber looks eerily similar to
Do
Henry
you know?
Cavill.
Thing, do you know the details as to why Henry Cavill stepped down? Did he get
I-
fired? Did
I
he
think
quit?
looking through the Twitter, I think he's just gonna be doing Superman for a bit.
So he's just busy.
Yeah, he's just gonna. He probably got busy. with
Wait,
other
what did he
roles.
step down from?
Geralt.
Geralt as
yeah,
TV show
yeah,
Witcher.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Which is really sad because the first two seasons slap so hard, and we will get season 3 with him. I think this winter.
Yeah.
But that's
But
it.
season 4 is gonna have Liam Hemsworth, and it's kind of weird. They could have got Matt Bomber. I don't know if he would
Thor's
have.
hammer's not that big, by the way. I've seen bigger.
It's even smaller in God of War Ragnarok. They made it more accurate. I think it's supposed to be like smaller to the lore because it's like, I don't know. It's like it wields thunder.
Show that again. How you do that?
It's like
Well, I got a question then for you guys. How do you feel about movie roles getting changed while something is still being serialized?
Depends.
To me, it's usually very jarring, and I don't like it.
yeah, kind of like when
It breaks the immersion
Terrence
for me.
Howard tried to negotiate higher pay because Robert Downey Jr. is going to pay more, and then they said no, and he quit, and then they replaced him with Don Cheadle, who has a darker skin tone,
See,
different face.
That one didn't matter to me because he was just such a side character in the first
Yeah.
movie to begin with. If it's like side characters like that that don't really have a prominent role and then later on they become prominent, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter at all in my mind.
So
Yeah,
how
like-
did you feel about Lori from that 70s show getting switched? You've never seen that 70s show?
I've watched a lot of that
Lori?
70s show, but I didn't know somebody got switched out at some point.
Yeah, they changed Lori. I think they might have changed her twice. But
So
No, I
not
think
Mila
once.
Kunis, the other girl.
no, it was
redhead
Eric's
girl?
sister. No,
Yeah,
no, it was Eric's sister.
Who's Eric's sister?
The blonde. She was like the
Wait,
blonde
So
slut.
she wasn't in
What's-
there very often, was she?
She was in there quite a bit
What's-
early on, but then she was like disappeared, and then they brought a new girl on. They're like, that's Lori, and it was like, no, it's not. That is not
Yeah.
Lori. I don't know who you are.
wait, what's the redhead girl's name again?
Donna.
Donna.
Okay, Lori's
I just like
Lori's
Mila
this-
Kunis because she's freaking hot.
She was
Yeah.
16 when she started that. You monster.
I didn't watch the first 3
So,
seasons.
so
Hey, when I watched this, I was a kid too.
Yeah, me
So,
too. Let's go.
the
She's
thing
hot.
about
She's a
Lori-
bad character.
the thing about
I got him.
wow.
I
The thing
love
about
doing that.
Lori was like the original actress. She was like the bitch stereotype. Like she played
Yeah.
it well.
But she was also like the local slut. Like she
Yeah.
was always hooking up with people and trying to hit on Eric's. Eric's
the
friends.
sister.
Yeah, just the hot sister that's trying to hit on
Yeah.
all the friends.
And
I don't
then
remember that very well at all.
they got
I'll show
the
you a
new.
picture.
Then they got the new
I'll probably
actress,
recognize her.
and she was just this like airheaded look. She looked more like an airhead, and every time she tried to say something mean, it's like "Oh yeah, you suck," and it's like you don't do it very well. You're not the same.
That 70s show is one of those like television shows that I really saw honestly a decent amount of episodes, but not that much of them.
Yeah, the
Shirt.
original actress also died a few
okay,
years back.
Okay.
She
Rest
looks
in
like
peace.
she was on drugs.
Yeah, I think that's
Hard
what she died of.
drugs.
She died like a drug overdose a few years back.
That's too bad.
Really
And then I didn't know this, but Donna's mom apparently was only in for a few seasons, and then she left.
they didn't really play that big a role though, like
Yeah.
Bob and his wife.
If they're not a big role to begin
Yeah.
with, I don't think it's that big of a deal if they change the actor.
Yeah.
But if it's like one of the main characters, like say they got rid of Daniel Radcliffe halfway through Harry Potter, that would have been pretty jarring.
Yeah, both Topher Grace and Ashton Kutcher were not reprised for the
the
last season. Ashton Kutcher came back for guest appearances, but not like all the episodes, but they replaced him with Will Forte's brother, as I remember, and he's like, "You're not the same. You're not Eric."
Was he trying to be Eric?
No, he was trying to be like a weird mix of the two.
So what do you think of that? When it's like
he
when
was trying to
They
be
bring
a
on a
mix
new
of,
they bring on a
character.
new character to replace
Yeah.
somebody.
he's trying to be like a mix of Kelso and Eric, and it's like, what the hell?
Because
See,
they did that in Community as well at the end.
Well,
They bring on new characters.
And then
to
they did
replace
it
old
with.
ones.
Didn't they do it with The Office too? They tried to
Yeah,
have people
with like
replace
Michael Scott. Yeah.
I am definitely with you, Cole. I think if it's a side character
I
where they
thought-
play very minor
Like
roles,
let's say season 3 of The Office, they replaced Meredith with some other generic redhead girl. Would you really care?
probably not.
Probably
no.
not.
Yeah, probably not for Meredith, but for Dwight.
Oh yeah,
if
like a
they-
main
yeah.
character, it would be a lot more jarring and noticeable.
Yeah, when they try to have Andy take over the boss role, it's like it's not the same. I mean, Andy was Andy; that was his role. But then you put him in another character in a new role. It's like
I think he could have done it. I think it's
Yeah.
just people, and myself included, were just like, well,
show's
Michael
gone
Scott
on for,
made the show for me, so
Yeah.
the
now
show's
that he's
gone on
gone-
for too long. I think if season 7, Michael says I'm leaving, I think we should just end the show.
That said, I will say if there's like a big enough gap in between seasons when they're doing like a main character, I probably wouldn't notice that much.
Yeah, that'd
I
probably
mean,
be
think
fine.
about like this is same but separate. Think about when they changed studios with Attack on Titan from Wit to Mappa from season 3 to season 4. That's looking at it side by side. It's a huge change.
Yeah, the
But-
animation quality seemed to bump up. a
But
bit.
because there was such a long gap between those seasons, it wasn't that noticeable, if
Mm-mm.
you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah, and I think another one too for me.
there also
was-
might be upcoming for Vinland Saga, since it changed from I think it was also Wit or Production IG, and
Probably IG. I don't think it was Wit.
yeah, and now it's changed to Mappa, and there's probably be some jarring changes, especially since I'm probably gonna watch first season 1 and then
Yeah.
go see season 2 and see all the.
I got to gripe real quick because it's happened a couple
Yeah.
times this podcast. So Thane will talk, and then he'll pause like he's done, and then I'll start talking, and then he instantly cuts me off.
I noticed that a couple
I'm not
times.
well. I'm not sorry. I pause a lot because I'm trying to collect my thoughts, but sometimes I go Sometimes I will be like, well, there's, and then you start talking. It's like, oh,
I've
Yeah,
noticed you got cut
as
off a couple
soon as I
times.
start talking, then
And
he's
it
like, boom.
Always makes me
stops.
laugh in my head.
it's like,
with that,
I
though.
wasn't done.
I
like,
definitely
You
been
come to
noticing
present,
that.
and it's like, wait, I'm not done.
Yeah.
Slowly, Skylar's just gonna come
not
to
very
resent
nice.
Thane,
Yeah.
and eventually he's gonna like choke him out into sleep.
You
one of
ever-
these days.
You ever work? Since I work in a tight area, sometimes I accidentally plow someone down. You ever do that sometimes? Be like, whoops,
He
sorry.
plows
No,
people down.
I try to have some common
work.
courtesy,
Wink, wink.
especially with conversations. Because now I've remembered my train of thought.
I don't remember.
Can I
it.
speak now?
Yeah, sure.
Speak
So-
now, forever hold your peace.
Okay.
Teaser's bad. Sorry, go for it.
So
Sorry, I'll try to vocalize myself back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can go now. When Cole's done laughing.
Let's go. Oh my gosh. This is too funny. Literally, immediately after the conversation, he does it instantly. I
Comedic
probably
timing.
overreacted, but I'm really on one right now, so that one was just too good. Oh my gosh.
That G Fuel's kicking in hard.
Whew.
I'm sorry. Go.
Did you know this is a new jacket, by the way?
This is actually not the new jacket. I'm wearing the old one. Zipper's not on it, see?
Did you know Nicole got a new jacket that looks identical to this
Yeah,
one?
this jacket, the zipper broke, so I bought exactly the same one online because I really like it.
Okay.
So the other thing I was going to bring up was I remember in one of the later seasons of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they replaced his mom,
Yeah.
and that was very jarring.
They even had a fourth wall break.
Yeah,
where it's
yeah,
like-
which was like, I think when a show does that, I think it's interesting and also not necessarily needed, but I applaud it when they acknowledge the
and
character
also
switch.
the original mom who played it, she was actually pregnant at the time, and she was kind of just fed up, did not want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Also, how the little brother grew up so fast, like between 2 seasons. It's like, what the heck?
Another thing I wanted to ask you guys too, though, is like how prevalent is something like this for yourselves personally when like a voice actor changes in an anime or something or a video game?
If it's Japanese, I can't tell because like they just get someone very similar, and
They're
since
really
I
good
don't
at
speak-
replicating the voice.
Yeah, when I don't speak Japanese, I'm like if it's really different, I'm like, did they change voice actors? And I look it up, it's like, huh. But one example, I was watching like Dragon Ball Super subbed, and the original voice for Supreme Kai, or is it King Kai? The blue guy on the one planet. He's the original voice. The original voice actor was the same from Dragon Ball Z, but like this one, he was like, "Oh, Goku," and he's like very slow. He was like he was like kind of mumbling his words, and people thought he was drunk. So they realized there was a problem, so they just replaced him with someone who could like do it better.
For me,
And I heard it, like I heard that. I'm
Did
sorry.
you see the pause? Did you see
And
the
there
I-
was
pause?
definitely
though?
a pause
Yeah,
there.
like
It
you're
was like
trying-
an end of the sentence pause, too.
you're being courteous.
Yeah, I
And
wait
then
for the
there's
pause
just a
and I
bus.
start
There's,
talking.
you get hit by
Sorry,
truck coon right in the side of the neck.
I'm good trying to.
Mom,
Yeah, but I could instantly tell. It's like, yeah, they got a new voice actor because for the better, because that guy was not. He couldn't do it anymore.
For me, it's basically the same as like a TV show or movie. If there's a long enough gap, I won't notice. Like Mob Psycho 3, they got a different voice actor for the dub. I could not tell.
How hard is it to do a voice like this?
Well, I mean, like I imagine he is trying to replicate it, so I'm sure that's part of the reason I don't notice it. But like,
yeah.
I also it's been a year or more since I've saw Mob Psycho season 2. So
Hey,
Same
Crunchyroll,
thing.
this is why I don't support you anymore.
I have a couple examples, but it's more so like remastered. They'll change voice actors. Like I know the original Resident Evil 4 and the remake or remaster, excuse me, had different voice actors.
Now that right there, I can excuse it because it feels like a fresh new start. Like
Yeah.
they're trying to.
And this probably goes to the, I guess, reiterate what Cole's saying about the big enough gap, but also like it's like a fresh coat of paint on something too, though.
Yeah.
But like from Halo 2 to the remaster, they changed out a couple voice actors. They changed
It's
Miranda and then one of the prophets, I believe.
Oh,
They changed out those two voice actors.
did they have?
Oh
Like,
wait, no, that was from Halo 2 to Halo 3. That wasn't the remake. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure they changed out Miranda Keys and one of the prophets from Halo 2 to Halo 3.
Yeah.
never would have noticed it.
You probably know that Princess Peach had like 5 voice actresses throughout her career. One of them was Jen Taylor. It's like, wow, that's interesting.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but like, how distinguishable
Yeah,
can
it's
you
like-
make a huncha? I
Yeah,
could do
you-
Peach.
you
I
can't-
could freaking do.
that's why I said you probably didn't know. Because
Yeah,
it's so
It's
like
the
just,
same.
oh, did I win?
It's the same things.
You could probably have a really high pitched 40-year-old guy do the voice, and no one would
Like I
know.
said, I think I could do it if I tried
Yeah.
hard enough.
Do your audition right now. Let's see you impress.
What should I
Nintendo.
say other than huncha?
Did I win? Did I win?
Oh, I don't. I could do Mario. I do that one, like when she's like flying
Let's bake
away
a
in the
cake for
bubble.
Mario.
And I guess to kind of wrap up this conversation and the podcast, like I remember telling my family about it, and I have some siblings that were very into The Witcher, and they're like, oh, if Henry Cavill's not in it, it's going to be bad. It's going to be horrible. And I'm like, guys,
We'll have to see.
we're just going to have to watch and see. I don't necessarily think an actor change ruins a show. It can, don't get me wrong, but I mean, when it comes down to it, ultimately, what makes a show for me anyway is the writing. Of course, you fall in love with characters and actors, and it does suck when they leave, but I don't think that inherently ruins a show.
Yeah.
Like, even the later episodes of The Office, and I'm slowly basing this off of, I've seen some of them, but I'm slowly basing this off of my dad and my brother-in-law watching them.
You never finished The Office?
I have, but I haven't watched them in a very long time.
I have
Oh.
not watched The Office all the way through.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen 70% of the show, and I've seen episodes when someone else has it on.
And my dad and my brother-in-law, they say, yeah, those episodes are still funny. Like, they're fine. They don't ruin the show, but it's just not as good without Michael.
It's nowhere near
Yeah.
as good, but they're still entertaining.
Yeah.
It goes from like an A TV show to like a
C.
C TV show.
And overall, when you compile all the seasons together, it's probably an overall B.
Yeah,
TV
I'd agree
show.
with that.
Also, speaking of Mob Psycho, the guy, there's a guy on Twitter who did video game news, and he used a mob profile pic. His name was
Nibel. Nibel.
He-
I don't know.
Apparently just left Twitter because he didn't like it anymore. He says, I'm going to do something else. I'm done reporting on Twitter. It's like,
He did a lot of good reporting on
Yeah.
Twitter. I wasn't following him, but a lot of people like his stuff, so I would see it on my timeline. But
apparently one of the reasons that Elon Musk's taken over, but
I've got a lot I want to talk about that someday, but I don't think I'm ready to talk about that because I want more information on all of the
let's see what
circumstances.
happens.
So, I got a question real quick, though. What are your guys' like interesting, not even just your takes, not even hot takes, just what do you think about the whole thing? Because what I gather, just because Elon Musk buys Twitter, that doesn't mean Twitter's going to become a better place.
well,
Like, it's the people on Twitter that suck.
True,
yeah,
I agree.
it's true. It's already a
But, like, a lot of people are
hellhole.
like, a lot of people are like, oh, the gates of hell have unleashed. And, like, I'm not
the
necessarily
gates of
Elon's-
hell were already.
Exactly.
Twitter is the gates of
Yeah,
hell.
That's what I was saying. And it was just like, how can this get worse? Like, Twitter's already a stinky dumpster fire of freaking humanity.
Like, so, like, for one example of, like, one of the things that he potentially is changing, and Twitter hasn't actually gone out and said this, that's why I'm hesitant to even talk about it in general, but there's been reports that Twitter is going to be charging, like, a $20 a month fee to keep your little verified check mark on your name. And that's one of the reasons why that Nibel guy said he was leaving, I believe. I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but as soon as that came out is basically when he stopped.
Yeah,
So
like
I think that's part of it.
I
But
don't know if they do that, would they?
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the fact that that's just like a almost like a rumor at this point. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be a real thing or not. But like, if it does become a thing, and then all the stuff that led up to that, because he said, like, the report also said things like, if you guys don't have this figured out within the week, you're fired or something like that. And so, like, if all that kind of stuff actually is like comes into fruition, then I'll have some more thoughts on that. But as of right now, I don't have any like concrete thoughts on the matter, but I feel like I will in the coming months, and so that's why I don't really want to talk about it just yet.
So yeah, also it was reported that the
I think he already
previous
fired all
CEO
three
was
of them.
fired, and
He's
some
fired.
other people
CEOs.
were fired. So he's already moving in to try to like make it better. In, I
Quote,
guess,
unquote.
quote unquote better.
He likes that.
But
That
who
was the
knows
whole
what'll
thing.
happen?
Those
like,
were just some of the hot takes I saw where they're like, oh,
Yeah.
Twitter's ruined now. And it's like,
you
Twitter's
don't know
already
yet.
been horrible. And I don't really care either way. I'm not a big Twitter user. We do post on there occasionally for social media, but it's just interesting that you got people that think Elon's going to ruin Twitter, which it's already bad. And then you got people thinking that Elon's going to save Twitter, which I don't know how he's going to do that because it's
what you save.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the people on Twitter that suck. It's a freaking dumpster fire.
It'll have to be like the different guidelines. It have to be a way to like curb harassment on both ends.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see in the coming months what actually happens with that. But until then, I personally don't really have much to say on the matter.
Yeah. I mean, I guess to end this conversation, a great example of like is there's like some things you can't say on Twitter, but you can cyberbully Dream to your heart's content.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are these? There's a lot of double standards. Like, why? How come we can make fun of Dream and ruin his life, but you can't? Or you call him ugly, but you can't talk about other specific people. And you know what I mean? I don't know. It's like there shouldn't be bullying on either sides. Is what I guess
Yeah.
I'm trying to get at. But the point is I think Twitter's already a dumpster fire. Just because Elon buys Twitter, it's not going to get worse. it might get better, I guess. I don't know, but I think it's the people that are the problem, not Twitter itself.
I guess if the $20 a month thing is real, then that's the way it doesn't get worse. I would say.
Yeah.
That it does get worse.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say that's why it
Oh.
gets worse. Because
First off,
if
20
that's the case, then you're essentially paying to be
Verified.
verified and I guess an actual mouthpiece to the people.
Yeah.
Like you're actually reputable, I guess. It's like you're paying to be a reputable source
Yeah.
of information at that point. And that
That's,
sounds that's pretty
That's true.
dystopian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that is a thing, then that's pretty yikes. You
And
know?
a lot of those check marks I see are not very reputable sources to begin
Oh
with.
yeah, exactly. That's the point. But
Yeah.
it's all. But checkmarks do have like the name. I guess the
Yeah.
Well, it's like at least you know that is the person that they say it
It's
are.
kind of like a reputation, I guess, where you
Yeah.
know that this person is what they're saying is what they actually think or whatever.
Well,
Something
it's just
along
the
those
real
lines.
person, like Scott
Yeah.
the Waz. That okay? He has the
Or
check.
like,
I know that's
this
his
is
account.
Nintendo's account. This
Yeah.
is Sony's account. And so
It's not some parody account that you see.
exactly,
Fake news.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if that actually becomes a thing and see how that changes.
I feel like that's not a good thing at all because what happens
Yeah.
if people like, oh, well, I'm changing my account to Nintendo Plus and I'm going to get a check mark by paying for it.
Well,
don't
that's
think
the
you-
thing.
I
I feel
think
like
you
you
have to
still have
pay-
to have it to begin with, or have enough notoriety
so
to get it to
so
begin
you
with.
you have
I
to
think you
whatever the
s-
accolades are to get it. You have to cheat.
I think you
those.
still have to
imagine
go
so.
through the verification process,
Yeah,
which
I would imagine so.
I hope they also change because apparently you can just talk to someone if you're like work as a journalist or like are a big enough YouTuber. Like if you're a big enough YouTuber, you're not guaranteed a check mark. But if you're just a journalist, you say, "Hey, I work for this journalist paper," and you get a verification.
Funniest thing is one of the podcasts I listened to. This guy used to work for, I believe it was BuzzFeed, and while
Yeah.
he was working there, he got his Twitter verified, and it's just been verified ever since. He doesn't work for BuzzFeed anymore. He's just some Joe Schmo at
Yeah.
this point, and he just has his random verified, and it's hilarious to me how that's a thing.
Yeah.
But
That's so if they.
I doubt he would keep
Yeah.
it if they
Yeah.
got rid of that or did the thing.
Yeah. So yeah, if they changed the verification process, it could like have a lot of the journalists actually have to have followers
Yeah.
and not say some controversial stuff.
I imagine we'll get more into this in the coming
Yeah.
months or so. So I guess we'll put a pin in that
Yeah.
conversation for then. But thank you guys for watching and listening to this episode of the Radkatz podcast. We hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do the things, leave a like, leave a subscribe, rate us 5 stars or whatever it is on
Yeah.
YouTube, Spotify. I guess you don't do that on YouTube. On Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, all those great places that you guys are listening to us on. We appreciate it. Tell a friend if you like it. Tell them about all the random crazy junk we say so that you can have a good time and have some fun. I know things we're trying really hard to say something, so I'm going to keep talking.
And instead of paying $20 for a Twitter verification, you could pay only $5 for our Patreon to get bonus episodes.
We'll slide that one in there twice.
Thank you guys again. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Enjoy. I guess there's no more Halloween. Halloween's over
Yeah.
at this point. But enjoy your week. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
$20. What the hell?